Hey guys, this is Katie here from Katie Creative and welcome back to the video challenge where today we're going to be talking all about how to edit your videos. So I'm sharing my screen with you and I'm going to show you my exact workflow. Now if you've been following the challenge you will already have seen how to record and my tips to actually record the video in the first place. So from here we're going to use the footage that you have and make a new video. So I'm using iMovie, which is a free software from Mac, and I find it great for doing videos. So to get started, open iMovie and click New Movie. Now we're going to import our data. So you just select the movie that you want to import and bring it into iMovie and just wait for it to upload. Once it's uploaded, just drag the footage down onto the screen here. And so if you watched my last video, you'll see that the way I shoot is that I do one big long movie and I just say the first part of the movie, then I check my notes and take a pause, but I keep recording and then I come back and say the next bit, and I find that really easy. But that just means that there's a lot of areas that I need to actually delete in the movie. So using this bar and just hovering your mouse across the footage, you'll be able to kind of scroll through it, and in the blue bar, once you see kind of all the lines start happening, that's when you know that sound has started. So I'll just go to where I think I'm about to start and just click on that area. Then you click the yellow bar and right click and click split clip, and that will just split the two clips into two. So this one I can delete because that one was just me getting ready. Now I can press play and just make sure I've got the right area to start on.
Hey guys, it's Katie here from Katie Creative, and it is my...
So that's fine, so I'll leave that. And then I'll be able to tell as I scroll through where there's been pauses because I can see the gaps in the sound where there's no sound. So you'll see I'm about to finish up here. So again, I'll just press play. And you see there I'm about to check my notes. So what I do is just come to where I've stopped. Again, split the clip and then go to where I'm about to start again. So right there, again, split clip, and delete this bit, and now that will just roll into one.
I'm making a video just for the sake of putting a blog out there. So that's my first piece of advice. Think about any video or podcast.
So you'll see I've just kind of ended that one there, and you can do all sorts of transitions and things like that as well so that it's not so stark. But for this video I'm just going to keep it quite simple and just show you the basics. So what I do is I'll just go through the video and just make sure that it is all flowing into one, and I delete all the gaps. Now I can also play around with some of the settings which are up here. This one is kind of like an auto enhancer, or you can choose your own. So you can go auto or do the white balance, things like that, and you can just select different areas of the screen to play around with white balance. Another one is color, so you can darken it or brighten it, just using that, and the color tone, and also whether it's a little bit more yellow or a little bit more blue. So a little bit more blue usually makes it look a bit more like it's natural light. Once I've deleted all the things that I need out of the video so that it all flows into one, I can then start adding some more graphics if I want, or adding text to the movie. So for example, with this video bootcamp, I have a banner that I add on top of the movie. And if you add an image, you just want to pull it across so that it will just last for the entire length of the video, if that's what you want it to last for. And then I'm just going to resize that. So then I'm going to select picture in picture, which just allows you to have graphics and a video on top of each other. And you can actually just select it and drag it so that it goes where you want it to go. You can resize it as well. So that adds that. Now the next thing that I do is add a little bit of music to the movie. So YouTube actually does a great free movie library. So if you just Google YouTube/audio library, you can play some of the sounds here and just test them out. And if it's something that you like, you can just download it here and then we can add it to our movie. So again, I'm going to say File, Import Media, and add the music file here, to which I will just drag it down. And I usually like to just kind of fade it out and just use maybe a little bit for the intro. So again, you can split clip, and you can just delete that part. And then there's a little fade in, so when you see these little buttons, you can just drag them along to fade it in a bit, and then we can just test that out and see how it sounds. So at the moment the music is just a little bit too loud compared to the sound of the video, so we can adjust the volume of that, and we can say lower the volume. Or the volume of other clips.
Hey guys, it's Katie here from Katie Creative, and it is my mission to help savvy business owners just like you create a brand that.
So that just means that if this one is selected and I say lower the volume of other clips, it just means that this is always going to be the loudest video. Now you might notice that in some of my videos I also use subtitles, captions. Unfortunately, you cannot use these with iMovie, and I just wanted to show you a really simple tutorial today. So if you did want to use something else and you wanted to use captions, I would recommend trying Adobe Premiere Pro, which is another great one to use. And the way that you get captions is using something called rev.com. And rev.com just charges $1 per minute for your captions. You upload your video here, and then you add the caption file as an SRT file to your movie. But that would be just a little bit more advanced, and you would have to use something like Premiere Pro. Now the next thing that I do once all of this is done, so I've got the banner on, the sound, the music, everything I want, I will just export it. So you just go to the sharing file here, click File. I just usually leave the settings as they are. That's usually quite good for YouTube. I'm going to save it here. And then the next thing that I want to do, now that I've saved one for YouTube, is I want to be able to use the exact same movie for Instagram.